Gerry? 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 It's okay, that's Fifi. Good morning, Palin. Morning, Drew. How's it going? How are your weekends? Good morning, Cow. Gerry? Hello? How's it going, baby boy? Do you want the rest of your breakfast? Is that what you're after? Good morning, Carl. No, good morning, Cow. But also good morning, Carl. Morning, G-Vote. Good morning, Tritopus. Oh, it was the old VOD. Oh, I see. Morning, Rob. How was everyone's weekends? Did you have a good time? Morning, Ajanta. Good morning, Limewood. I've got a really, tense calf muscle today. I don't know why. Windy. Oh my gosh, it is very heckin' windy. It do be. Morning, Ascenta. Good morning, Rob. Where? Oh. Bunnies, where did I leave your pellets? But yeah, if I'm hobbling along, that's that's why. Might have to rub some deep heat on it. Morning, Thomas. Morning, Saffron. Good morning, tense calf muscle and the rest of chat. I don't know why it's not like I do anything. I know what it is. It's because I went to the Longest Johns and I had, what do they call it? Like folk leg, shanty leg. So it's probably that. I've probably just been jiggling one leg along to the music, and I've worked up I've now got one big strong calf muscle. Too much thigh slapping, yeah. Sea legs, but just the one. I'll have to go to see the Longest Johns again, but stand on the other side this time and get it in the other leg. Yeah, it's most peculiar, but I guess I was sort of like on a little bit of a ramp, so maybe I was just stretching it the whole time without realizing. But it was really good. I'm so glad I went to the gig. It was very good. It was a good time. Morning, Monday. But it was they're always good to go and see. I would recommend to anyone who hasn't seen them yet, if they're near you. Morning, Dave. Bidget. I tried to say I imagine Bristol, but it all came out in one word that was just Bidgen. I think they did say that Bristol was maybe their biggest show. It was at the Bristol Beacon. Morning, Monmouth. Longest John's gigs are every workout. I had tired legs, tired arms, tired lungs, yeah. Tired hands from all the clapping. Bidgen. It was their, I think they said something about it being the biggest show that they'd done, or they were like, oh my gosh, so many people sort of thing. It was nice to see the venue though, because I have tickets to see, before I knew Longest Johns were going to be there, I'd already booked to see something in May. So it's nice to get like a little sneak preview of the venue before it was suddenly have this weird... Wait, is it Monday today? Have I got the day right? You know when you suddenly have that feeling of like, hang on, did I already say something? Or am I having deja vu? Or did I have a dream about this? I can't... It is Monday. Nice. Okay. I'm not going completely mad. Oh no, that's what it was. I was talking to Harry yesterday at book club about it. Because I was thinking like, did I already do a stream? But I can't have, because it's Monday and the gig was on Saturday, so why would I have? But no, it was the chat. It was the chat at book club that's confused me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, do you know, this is one of the problems with being a streamer is you start being like, was this like a public conversation or was this something, did I even say that? Have I said this before? The constant feeling of like, have I told this story before? Or have I just said it to someone? Dear oh dear. Always, well, no. That's my problem, never on. Getting a real life conversation with hello chat. Yeah, anytime someone tells me good news, I'm like, I'm pogging right now. LOL. Am I going to watch the eclipse? Yeah, apparently it'll be a partial eclipse here. But to be honest, it's been so cloudy and grey and windy. I mean, I expect all we'll notice is it getting a little bit darker and then that'll be it. I like if it carries on this way, we won't see anything. But apparently in America it's gonna be total eclipse. Full moon. Half moon. Gerry, do you want? Oh no, he go. Maybe I should save some of them for he, just in case he comes back. Oh, Fifi, you can have these little bits, and this full one. But the rest of them are, oh, he's just pooping and peeking. His breakfast was interrupted by pooping. B, thank you very much for the 39 months. Good morning. How you doing? How's it going? As an eclipse purist, see, I remember watching the other eclipse, the one we were talking about on Comfort Zone the other day in 1999. I remember watching that. Morning, Lazy Butt. Good morning, Joe. In France, and getting the like special glasses to be allowed to watch the sun and stuff like that. I was born that year. Oh, so is this gonna be your first eclipse? That's exciting. So yeah, it was have we had that's the only one I remember. I guess have we had partial ones? But apparently it's not until 2025 that we get a full eclipse in the UK. I think well, you get different ones for America and for Europe and such. Yeah, so I think our one isn't going to be until next year. You're in an arboretum down the country with my folks and my gran. The end is nigh. Oh no. It must have been so strange back before people had the understanding of such things, when the sky did just, out of nowhere go dark. You just be like, is this okay? Is this fine? Is this the end times? Fifi? So excited to see the total eclipse today. Oh, so will it be a total one for you? Whereas we're just half-assing it over here. Gerry's got something attached to his bum floof and I want to get it. He will not be happy at me. I remember all the animals going quiet, dead creepy. Oh no. I'm sort of scared to go over this way because last night when I was doing the bunny's litter tray, all of a sudden there was this massive spider. And it's one of those things that I was like, do you know what? I'm going to leave you be. You have every right to be here. But please just don't be upon my person. And I don't know where they are today. So I'm just a bit like, oh. But hopefully they're hidden. Because they must have been hidden all this time for me to not have seen them. So hopefully they're okay. Because it's one of those things that is like, I guess if they're keeping insects away from the bunnies, that's a good thing. So I'll leave them be. We'll just have an understanding. As long as you don't go on me, you can stay and do your work and have all the tasty snacks you want, but just not on me. Or the bunnies, obviously, because I don't want them biting the bunnies. But yes, You don't care about the eclipse? Oh, see, I just find it exciting. It's like when I got to see the Northern Lights. It's just like that sense of like, oh my gosh, this just, I think just because you sort of take the sky for granted, if that makes sense. So when it's just like, you just get to, see something that is a bit out the ordinary, I think it does just still fills me with wonder. The next total solar eclipse in Sweden is, well, that's quite far away. There's a total moon eclipse in 2025. I see. Am I from the north of England? No. I'm from Hertfordshire, which is, well, it depends who you ask. If you ask people from Kent, it's the north. If you ask people from anywhere else, it's the south. If you ask people from, well, I guess, like, is it Midlands? No. Sort of. Anyone who says Hearts is the north. Yeah, honestly, when I went to university in Kent, and people would always be like, every time I'd say something about Hertfordshire, they'd be like, oh, that must be a northern thing. And I'm like, it's not. It's not. It's not the north. It's just because you're from Kent. But yeah. I guess, yeah, it's just called home counties, isn't it? The part of it. But yes. Some people say anything south of Birmingham is friends. Oh my gosh. Let's just add an extra confused layer to things. I mean, it's all just like it. I think it just like goes to show that it's all just a matter of perspective, doesn't it? Being Cornish, everyone else is a suspicious northerner. Yeah. I do like going to Cornwall though, because you do get your like little I like that you like I hope the language doesn't get lost, because I did like seeing it on signs and stuff like that. I just hope that there's I just hope there is some preservation of it. I can't remember if I'm going to Cornwall or... I'm really bad for knowing where the Cornwall-Devon border is. So I don't know if I'm going to Cornwall or Devon for our holiday in June. There's somewhere down there. Wherever it is, I'll be putting the jam on first. I don't mind. But yeah, but yes, I'm still looking forward to it. I'm sort of hesitantly every now and then checking the train strikes and engineering works, because I've got like 3 different train trips that I'll be doing across like April and May. Trains are very spenny, this is very true. But they also sometimes just don't work, which is the other annoying aspect of them. But yeah, we're going to Birmingham at the end of the month, which I think, touch wood, the trains are running for. And then we've got a wedding to go to at the end of May, and then a holiday. And because it is like down that way, down Cornwall type way, it's one of those things that the distance we're going to is like, I think it's the same distance as London, but it takes like about 6 times longer to get there. Simply just because the obviously the connections aren't as in place. But yes. I'm sure it'll be well. There's some fun in the journey anyways. I mean, if you're on a long train, but you're going through, beautiful Devon countryside. It's not that bad, is it? You could just enjoy a lovely journey. Fifi looking very snug. Oh, I was trying to tell her she was falling asleep on her. But yeah, fingers crossed all will be good. And it's an excuse to get a lot of reading done, which is a point, actually. We had our book club yesterday, and my Bristol to Cornwall trains aren't bad or one route. Well, it sort of depends where you're going to, because the one I'm going to from Bristol to Cornwall, it's 3 trains and then a bus the other side because the trains stop. So it is a bit more of it's like a 6.5-hour journey. Good morning, Sienna. When it's not actually going that far. But yeah. But yes, it'll be lovely. But I've been trying to read a book in between every book club book. So I need to decide what my book is going to be this month. Because oh wait, am I on? I'm on a Greek mythology book. I've been trying to alternate whether I read a Greek mythology book or not in between, and my last one wasn't, so I do get to read one this time. May I suggest Spellslinger as a book. What is that? What M? I don't think I've heard of that. It sounds like it's part of a series though, but maybe that's just me worrying. Magic Western Gunslinger. It is a series. No. I'm avoiding series at the moment because I'm trying to read as many books as I can this year. I'm like, oh, do you want the rest of your breakfast? It's just one of those things that I've got so many books to read. So if I start on a series, I'll end up... Oh, do you not want them, Gerry? I saved them for you. No, you do not want. That's okay. I'll save them for a little bit longer. Yeah, how about Wheel of Time? No. Because I've got so many books I want to read, and I don't really like reading. Like, I always get that feeling if I read a series book that I'm, I want to read the next one straight away because morning, Hamish. Otherwise, I feel like I'm going to forget everything. Like even with the book club book we read, it was a standalone book, but it was part of the same world as another book that we read last year or the year before for book club. And even then I was thinking hang on, have I heard this name before? Should I know what this is? Should I do this? So yeah, I was like, oh, I do wish I had read the books closer together. So maybe once I've got through all of my to-do list, maybe then I'll allow myself to get into a series. But it better be a good one. It's not going to be one of these ones that's it gets really good on the 7th book. I'm not falling for that trap. It's got to be one. And also, I feel like I would want to read a series that is finished as well. Because, I don't know, it's like the Name of the Wind thing, isn't it? Where you're like, surely he's going to finish the 3rd book any day now. But to be honest, even if that book came out, it's so long since I read Name of the Wind that I think I will have finished it, forgotten it all. Lord of the Rings or the first 3 Dune books. Spellslinger is, it's just 6 or 7 books. Oh, that's not too bad then. That isn't too bad. I don't think I've ummed and ahed about whether I want to read Lord of the Rings. Because we were talking the other day about films that are actually, or like visual media that is actually better than the book. And one of the ones that came up was Lord of the Rings, saying that it's actually like the films are actually sort of better because they cut out a lot of gumph, a lot of songs. It's not better, so the films are not better. But I don't know, I worry that it's going to, like, I'm worried I won't enjoy it. Whereas at the moment it's like Schrodinger's Lord of the Rings. I finally read Fellowship recently and it was good, but I wasn't blown away. See, that's what I worry I'm going to feel like. It's, whereas a lot of the time, you know, I am very much adamant, like, the book is better. That's always been, like, when people have been watching One Day recently, I'm just like, I don't know, because I've read the book and the book's probably better. But yeah, you're listening to Fellowship. See, I listened to it when I was little, but that one was read by Bilbo. What's his name? Ian Baggins. Ian Madudu. I've forgotten his name, but he read that one and it was terrifying. Ian Home, that's the one. There's no Ian like Home. So yeah, that's why I do worry about with it. But maybe once I'm done with, I mean, at the moment my to-read list is absolutely blooming massive. So I do have a lot to get through. But maybe because we don't do a book club in December, I am blown away. I thought the books were far and away the better experience. Oh no. Oh no. Maybe I'll read them in December because that's like my that's because of Jingle Jam and like Christmas and New Year's and blah blah blah, we tend to just like miss book club for December. So I might be able to get through at least one in that time. Maybe. I've been reading a ton of Brandon Sanderson and nothing else hits that well anymore. That's fair dues. I have read the first two of the Stormlight Archive. I got stuck on Oathbringer. And I keep on telling myself one day I'll return to it. Because I was reading it when I wasn't really reading, to be fair. Got a big ass thick boy book from 1966 on my desk. Ooh. I give Silmarillion a go. That was the thing I was going to say. If ever I'm reading a big series of books, I get that feeling of like, I could be reading other books. I could be spending this time, you know, finding other authors and reading other books and finding other worlds and stuff. So it does it would have to be something really good to like spend that much time in it. But Gerry, do you want your pellets now? Can you be persuaded to have one? Yay! Now it is the rest of breakfast. Breakfast time. What a good boy. Surprised Fifi hasn't come over. I better save one just in case she does. But yeah, so basically the way I'm doing things at the moment is that I will, because I don't want to just like burn through all of the Greek mythology books I have, I'll read alternating books between book club, and then I alternate those between whether they're a Greek mythology book or another book. And this month lands on Greek mythology. So I will either be reading Atalanta, Psyche and Eros, or Clytemnestra. Or, do you know what, actually? I've got one of those, morning patience. I've got The Silence of the Girls to read as well. And I've had that one for the longest, so maybe it's only fair that I read that one. Yeah. Okay, maybe I'll read that. Oh, but I want to read the other one. Maybe, actually, do you know what? The book for this month is actually really short. So, it's not like Silence of the Lambs. No. It's about Troy from the women's perspective. Thought you were going to say Silence of the Lamb there too. No. But it's yeah, that one's meant to be very good. I think is it like Sue Parker or something? Who's meant to be really good. So yeah, I should probably read that one. That is one of the ones that I've had the longest. You recommend poetry books? I've just never really clicked with poetry. I mean there's poetry and there's poetry, because obviously, I don't know, isn't technically like the Iliad poetry? Whereas for me, I'm just like, that's just a big story. So I guess it depends what type it is. But yeah. But the book for book club this month is only I think it's 198 pages. So to be honest, I probably could get 2 books read in that time before I even have to start that book. So, and also we're delaying book club a week because I'm away at the Dota Birmingham thing in the last weekend. So we won't be reading it until May. So I reckon I can squeeze in 2 books if I choose carefully. I'm trying not to read too many of the more like Odyssey focused ones, because I want to hold out and read Stephen Fry's Odyssey before I start reading those ones. So yeah, I'm trying to hold off, but you never know. I think it's meant to be coming out in October, but it has been delayed a few times. Because bless him, I don't think he's so well these days. But yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it does come out this year. Yeah, Stephen Fry does like retellings of like he started off with Mythos, and then he did Heroes, and then he did Troy, which is obviously the retelling of the Iliad. So his next one is going to be his retelling of the Odyssey. They're really good. I'd recommend them. I think they're a lot less daunting to read than, you know, some of the old school stuff. It's what got me into all of this malarkey. So yeah, I would recommend. But then I think our May book is quite a long one. So I'll definitely have to balance it out with having a shorter in-between book. Because yeah, we're reading American Gods by Neil Gaiman. I think that's maybe is over 600 pages. I think it's a fairly chunky one. Might have to be a one that I get out from the library and then have to renew before I finished it. I had to start reading the Necronomicon. Yeah, like Lovecraft, yes. I mean, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because I guess I can understand, like, obviously, a lot of people are very, you know, so many things these days get described as like Lovecraft inspired or Lovecraftian and blah, blah, blah. Um, so I guess a lot of people do separate art from the artist in that respect. But yeah, I can also understand if people don't want to be reading that stuff is good. Hello, Anhole. How are you doing? How's it going? So Fifi's just an egg at the moment. An egg. But I mean, also at a certain point, some people are just going to be. I mean, not in any way to excuse it whatsoever. But I also, I think to a certain extent, if you're reading books that have authors of a certain time period, their views aren't going to align with yours just because that, obviously things were a bit different. But yeah. Hello. Why does it just not want to focus on Gerry? It's just a blur at the moment. But yeah. Hello, Ripping. How's it going? How we do? But I say this as someone who's never actually read anything by Lovecraft because it's just 100% not my jam. Some of the content in that hasn't aged well. I mean, like, even with, like, Stephen King, like, reading some Stephen King stuff is a big yikes these days. It's just the way it do be. I was saying this to Alex the other day, actually. Like, I mean, I'm related to that stuff, but he was asking, morning, Duncan. He was asking if I would ever read, like, what they called, the Song of Fire and Ice. Is that what the George R.R. Martin series is called? He was asking if I'd ever be interested in reading that, and I was just like, I don't know if I could, having read things like Samantha Shannon, I don't know if I can go back to reading like male author fantasy of a certain time. Because when did the first one come out? Is it like 80s? Is it like mid 80s that the first one came out? And I'm just like, was it 1996? Oh, that's a lot later than I thought they were. But I'm just like, I don't know if I can, like, if I won't cringe too much. Just because, like, yeah, so many tropes, so much male gaze cannot be do. I think that is one of the things, some of the fantasy I've read in recent years has, like, spoiled me for reading what would be considered more, not like classics, but, some of the more well-known fantasy series of your being the 90s. It's one of those things, I always assumed they were 80s, because one of the covers, like the original cover for Game of Thrones, just looks so 80s. Because I remember finding it in a school that I was working in once. But yeah, it was a very cool looking cover. That cover, I know you shouldn't be, like, judging books by covers quite famously, but that cover, the original cover, did make me think, like, oh, maybe I could read this. Because the covers that you get nowadays are awful. Come on in, Breezy. But yeah, far as fantasy goes, Pratchett will often draw me in. Yeah. Yeah, Pratchett's a good one. I mean, like, his books are sort of, I guess because they were, like, not full-on parody, but very much more self-aware about those sorts of things. It's sort of like, yeah, a lot more, I guess, leaning into tropes rather than being the tropes in Pratchett. And, you know, just a good, wholesome fun. I mean, not all of it, not all of it is super wholesome, but yeah, very lovely books. We're in for a whole lot more full book cover art. Oh yeah, it's just like ever since the TV series came out, the cover of Ice and Fire, think Fifi, your nose is just right up there. They're just awful. I don't know who approved them, but they're not exciting covers whatsoever. But I guess I can understand people wanting to, you know, have it so they're more of a cohesive series, having all the art look the same and stuff, but I don't think they would particularly, if people didn't know about them, I don't think they would stand out to anyone in particular. But yes, I am judging books by their covers. I can't help it. But you know, the Samantha Shannon books, the covers are just like, they're beautiful. They're so good. So lovely. I want the covers to look consistent but also to be unique. Yeah, I mean, there's only 2 books, but that's what they have. They're so good. As a graphic designer, I hate when publishers go for the most boring mass market options possible for book covers. Yeah, there's just like, I don't know. It is, whether you're meant to judge them or not, it just is like the first thing that you're going to see of a book. And I think that just is important. And also it's just pleasing to have nice books on your shelf that are going to also, oh my gosh, this is a whole other point now. When they release a book in a series and it's a different height to the previous books and you're like, why? Why would you do this? Which psychopath okayed this? You can have all the different colors of covers that you want. That's fine. But just at least please make them all the same height. It's just, oh. I want them all to sit nicely on the shelf together. You okay, Fifi? What she be do? Help the market learn that we want cool covers. I mean, I feel like come on in, Jack. You do get lots of good covers these days. I mean, as someone who spends a lot of time walking around Waterstones, try Fifi, give over. I could see those old cogs turning in her head. People be like, winter is coming. I'm just like, oh no, spring is here. Bunny's getting naughty. Poor Gerry as well. He's so creaky these days. When she's doing it just takes him so much longer to get up. I was going on a rant about covers yesterday, but I deleted it because I got lazy. I still have multiple cool cover pictures saved on my phone. Yeah, I mean, I think you do seem to get like trends going through with covers at the moment. Like a lot of them, I guess you get like a lot of books that they think like, oh, you know, this book did well, So if we do a our cover with like, I mean, I don't know if this is how it works, or maybe it's just that it's the same artist, but you get like similar trends that run through covers, as if people are going to be like, well, I did like that book that had red and yellow, so maybe I'll like this cover that has red and yellow as well. But yeah, get that in movies and series as well. Yeah, I remember hearing the reason for that, about it being like once hello. Well, I think it's more that before they've even done well, I think it's something about even in the like script choosing process, I think it happens as early as that, rather than it being to do with how a film actually did. Because what was it, like Bugs Life and Ants, and what are the two magician ones? There's the one that's got David Bowie in it, and the other one. She just put a picture of Gerry in front of every book and say, buy this book to pet the boy. Yeah, Prestige and the Illusionist, yeah. You do get these twin films. I watched a whole YouTube video about it, and I cannot remember why. Why it do be. But yes. Oh, we finished watching Devil's Plan last night. We watched the the season finale. Bunny floof. I would definitely recommend it. It is good. Many moments of pogging throughout that. I don't think I'm going to start watching that Physical 100 though, that everyone else seems to be watching. I don't know if it's my sort of jam. 8 out of 8 would pog again. I would. Apparently they are making a season 2 of it, so I might get to pog again. But I'd be curious, as with all like game show type formats, I'd be curious how a season 2 would like change how people sorry, I just wanted to see how flat he was. I just wanted to see I'd be curious to see like how people approach it differently, because obviously when you're the first series of a game show, you don't really know what's going to expect, but like what to expect or what's going to happen. Oh, bye Mike, have good Ib, have good Hongshu, and perchance Mimi. Evolution of the meta, yeah. Like with Traitors, there was something they did right at the beginning of the first series of Traitors. And then the second, like, it was like an added level of mind games, because people were like, do we expect them to do this again? Or do we, like, is that the last thing they'd do? Because they know we're going to expect this to happen, and all of this stuff. It just added sort of an extra layer, although I did find the second and first series of that quite frustrating. Just watch The Cult instead, honestly. But yeah, stuff like I guess the types of games that they have and stuff like that, just to keep people on their toesies. Like, I think there were certainly things that I didn't realise how important it was going to be until the last couple of episodes of Devil's Plan. So I guess stuff like that, people who will go in for the second series will be probably thinking the same. Hello. Hello. Hello, baby boy. Bunnies, do you want your treat? Do you want your treat? You've waited so patiently, or are you enjoying having schnooglies? Lovely schnooglies. It's just coriander today, but it's special Clifton greengrocer coriander, which is probably the best coriander you can get. Boop, boop. Go on then. Golden balls. I've not seen golden balls. I don't know what is the premise of that. I think I've heard of it, but it's not one I've seen. Also, Fix, I'm very sorry to hear about that. I feel like that's a conversation to have with your friend, though. That's not something it would be wrong for me to weigh in upon such a thing. But yeah, talk to them about it, see how they feel. That's probably the best way forward. Boop. Come on then, baby boys. Was it presented by David Beckham? Wait, what? What? Oof. Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, Gerry, do you not want coriander? Oh, wait, that bit's attached to Fifi. Oh, was it just a bit much? It was just a bit overwhelming for the boy. I have chosen the squeakiest bit of floor to sit on. I'll try not to move. Gerry, no. Okay. Gonna try and hand him some under the table while she finishes hers off. Gerry. Oh, you had a secret hidden bit under there. There you go, Fifi. That's your, your tiny bit left. Well done, Fifi. Good munching. Is that nice? Oh, that's a point. Last night I was like Fauna came out for a bit longer than usual and actually let me like this isn't gonna sound impressive to anyone else, but Fauna is such a shy little hamster. This is the closest we've ever got. I held out a sunflower seed and he actually sniffed it before running away. That is like the closest we have ever been. Like usually if my hand goes into the tank, that's it, he's gone. Or he'll like get within about like maybe 3 or 4 inches and then be like, nope. Whereas actually sniffing the sunflower seed, I was like, oh, big progress. Too scared to take it off of me, but still. But I managed to get some nice photos of he. So hopefully people might adopt him soon. But I put the photos. I sent the photos to the rescue, so hopefully they go up on the Facebook. Because I managed to get like I'm pretty sure, I'm like 80% sure that Fauna is a boy. I'm pretty sure. It's very hard to tell on something so tiny, but oh no. But I am like I'm pretty sure that I can see junk in that trunk. And by junk I mean testicles. Because just like the little booty just hangs down a bit lower than I think you would expect. On a lady hom. But yeah. I was convinced all 3 of my hamsters were male and I had a 33% success rate. Well, Julieta and Squeak were Syrian hamsters, and Syrian hamsters are typically a lot more outgoing than Robrowskis. Syrian hamsters are like the Labradors of the hamster world, whereas Robrowskis are more the Chihuahua, I would say. So yeah, they just are typically like not really handleable, and just terrified. Terrified of the world. But you do get like Russian whites, which are similar size to Robrowskis, but I think they tend to be a bit more, what would they be? The French bulldog of the hamster world, I guess. They're more like, they are small and they are a bit afraid of things, but they are a bit more like handleable as well. But yeah, that was just, it just felt like such big progress that he didn't just immediately run away and actually got that bit closer to me. And also, when I did spook him a little bit, he ran away but then came straight back out again. And I was like, okay, we're getting there. So I managed to get some nice photos of him, which is nice. So when you live with both a Labrador and a Chihuahua, can someone understand? Yeah. They're just, I found out too late that my Russian hamsters I had when I was a kid were female. I just kept calling them Boris and Rasputin. I feel like all hamster names are genderless, as names should be. I feel like hamster names is just whatever the hamster vibes with more than more than what society dictates they should have. But yeah. Because when I was talking in the hamster group and I was just like, oh, I'm pretty sure Fauna's a boy. And they were like, oh, okay, I guess we should change the name to like Fred or something. And I was just like, no, Fauna's fine. Just keep it as Fauna. First of all, I don't think Fauna really minds. As he has absolutely no concept of what a name is anyway. Hello. Oh, I thought he was gonna... He keeps on it occasionally when he scratches his ear. He gets so into it that he just starts, like, falling over. You wobbly boy. Oh, big scream. Well done, Gerry. You scream into that void. Proud of you. Proud of you, baby boy. Gerry, please don't leave. Gerry, no. Don't go. Do not go. My first year and I had them, I decided on the name George. Yeah, see, that's fair dues. I mean, I sort of like... I guess I've never actually got to name a hamster. I was thinking I might get to name these ones because they came as little babies without names. But I guess it does make sense that they like... What is that noise? It's a weird noise coming from outside. I guess it does make sense that they, people donated to name them, as they are a rescue after all. I think he's forgotten what he went in to do. Nope, he's remembered. So you see that bit of cardboard that stops the bunnies from kicking their litter out of the room? That was what the spider was on. And I was doing the bunny's litter tray and I literally threw it everywhere because I suddenly saw this spider and was just like, what? It made me yump too much. And that's the problem with having long hair, is that like every single time, when you know there's a spider around, every time your hair touches any part of you, you're just like, oh, it is upon my being. It was a big boy. I mean, it wasn't like particularly like big in span, but it was chunky. Like a substantial boy. I've got the bunny's carrier out at the moment because Gerry's started to be a little bit sniffly again recently, so I've been I nebulized him last night. I'm gonna try and do it as a preventative measure. Fifi, hello. I just need a bunny to talk to, if that's okay. Otherwise it's just Monday breakfast. Nope. Nope. When I was being slightly spooked by the spider, it did get me thinking, like, if ever you were faced with, like, a giant or something, is there oh, now you're both pooping. Is there a likelihood that you could just run at them and they would have a similar fear like people do of spiders? Could you just run over and just be like, rah? But then again, they might just squish you. To be fair. But yeah. I think this is the problem in a way, is just like, with the UK, because we have such baby level base spiders, when you go to, hello, when you go to any other country, you'll just be like, oh my gosh, what the heck is that? And everyone's just like, it's perfectly fine, it's just normal. It's just don't worry about it. But I guess it's better to live in a place like Australia where everything is trying to murder you all the time. But then, because that's your base level, you're just used to it and you're just like, no, it's cool. It's cool. Don't worry. Where'd she go? Swan is a killer, oh no. Oh no. Well, I guess it's time for Arnhole to send you away. Everyone say boo, Arnhole. I'm only joking. Although Arnhole did go and get waffles without me the other day, so maybe justified. I'll allow it. He literally asked me if the place was open and then didn't ask if I wanted to go. You literally did. He was like, is this place open? I was like, yep. He was like, okay, see ya. And then sent me a photo of the waffles afterwards. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. Should I be booing fellow mods? Yeah. Where shall we go to? Who's good? What's cooking? I asked for a picture of the waffle. I did, because I asked if they were good. Oh yeah, we can go to Sahana. Oh, Fifi, I know you want to go, but you just have to stay here for just one more minute. Just one more minute. So, Fifi. No, this wasn't part of the arrangement. Okay, maybe you should settle down. Raiden, big minute. Oh yes, a Fifi. Oh, our dreams have come true. Our prayers have been answered. Here she is. Well, everyone, I'll be back at 2 for some Mass Effect. So look after yourselves and be good. And I will speak to you all soon. Take care. Go and see the very lovely Rattos. And if you're ever in Bristol, we can get waffles because I like waffles and Arnhall hates me. So yeah, that'd be nice. Bye bye for now, everyone. Bye bye. Gerry's disappeared. Is Fifi? Is Fifi? Tee. Bye bye. Ooh, thank you for the follow. Fifi. A magical bunny. We got nice. Thank you, cow. Thank you. Bye bye. A boop.